to become an incredibly powerful manifester, in order to truly manipulate reality, you must be honest with yourself. You cannot manifest a reality that surpasses the story you tell yourself about yourself and about the world around you.
So before we go into this, I'm a negative nigga, 100%. But with work, the negativity will be gone 100%. That's that.
So, for instance, if deep down you believe that you're a failure, if deep
That be my problems. I feel like a nigga can be like, I have a higher reasoning to be here, but I'm stuck at you're never gonna be nothing because of your circumstances. Basically, like cause and effect. Because you ain't invest 2 years ago, you still gonna have to start from A next year if you want to start to be something. So that's where I'm fucked up at, bro. I already made music, but that's kind of like a at your own risk type of thing. The music for sure would give me the life that I need today. But I'm so fucked up in my head, I'm too negative to even grasp that blessing 100%.
down you believe something negative about yourself, well, you can never manifest a reality that surpasses that. If
Basically,
you are
what
in
he's
an
saying.
energetic state of negativity, you cannot manifest a reality that is more positive
Right.
than that level. And in order to raise your energetic frequency, there are certain mental blocks that you must undo.
And that mental block is, oh, I have never seen nobody around me achieve the thing that I want to achieve, no matter what they achieve. But I never seen nobody around me do it, so they're unattainable. That's the block, for sure.
But the only way to undo them is to confront them, is to admit them. In a sense, it's like confessing your sin.
And I'm more in a victim mindset now than anything else. Like I just feel everything. I'm owed everything because I don't do certain shit the next man do. He may do bad things, shit like that.
There are things, you see, we spend much of our life, especially as men, but I am quite confident women do this as well. We spend a lot of our life denying our feelings, denying the way we feel. And we often mask the way we feel with a false excuse or a
I will blow a rapping, but then again, I'm still in the box.
false rationalization for the reason we feel that way. So, for instance, you might have the deeply rooted belief that you are not deserving of love
Right.
for whatever reason. Something negative. There's something.
My thing is, I'm the victim of it. I'm deserving of everything. But let's retract that because we're starting a different perspective of things. I'm not deserving. I need to gain to deserve it 100%.
Something negative that you say about
Appreciate it.
yourself deep down. And then you might cover it up with the belief that people are mean,
I hate this world. I hate this world so much. That's my problem.
right? You might cover it up with the belief that people are
Unloving.
unloving, people are cold, people are mean. You just believe this about people. Then you come into this understanding that your thoughts, your feelings, your beliefs are actively shaping your reality. And you say to yourself, okay, me believing that people are cold, people are mean is a negative thought that is creating negative feelings inside of me. And so I need to change that. I need to dispel that. I need to live from the end, live from the wish fulfilled. And so you tell yourself, people love me. People are loving, people are great. But you find that your world isn't really shifting. You find that your experience of reality isn't really shifting. You don't feel different. In fact, it almost feels like you're lying to yourself. But that's because you haven't actually gotten to the core source of your negative feelings, which is your belief that you are not worthy of love. There's a part of you that is ashamed to admit that to yourself. There's something negative that you believe about yourself that you're ashamed to admit to yourself. You're embarrassed even that you feel that way. Maybe you see it as a form of weakness. Maybe you feel some kind of guilt because a part of the reason you see yourself in that way is due to your own past actions. Whatever the case may be, there is something deeply rooted and negative that you believe about yourself. You need to articulate this belief clearly to yourself. What exactly is it that bothers you, that you believe about yourself?
That a nigga broke, dog. That really be the problem. Nigga be broke. Like, I can get 10 bands a day. I won't feel as broke, but a nigga broke, dog. That's the problem.
Or the world around you. You have to be honest with yourself here. Incredibly honest. If you're not honest with yourself, you can't undo the block. Because what you're going to do once you have clearly articulated what that is, I want you to imagine a reality that is the antidote to that situation. So, for instance, you might think to yourself, people don't like me because I'm socially
I'm an asshole.
awkward. Maybe that's your deeply rooted belief. Well, the antidote to that reality is people like me and get along well with me and consider me to be an interesting person or a likable person. Of course, this is just a hypothetical I'm creating here. Now, what I want you to do is to imagine how you would feel if that were true. Your ability to manipulate your reality is going to be entirely based on the strength of your imagination. And when you first begin to practice this form of spirituality, that is mastering your thoughts, your beliefs, and your emotions in order to, so that you may manipulate your reality, you'll find that your ability to imagine things using your imagination feels a bit foreign, feels a bit difficult. But the more you do it, the better you'll become. Believe it or not, you were once incredibly good at using your imagination. When you were a kid, when you were a child, playing pretend, creating storylines with your toys. You used to be incredibly good at that. And believe it or not, you are still actually really good at using your imagination. It's just that you only use it in one way, and that is concocting fearful, negative fantasies in your mind, things to worry about, things to be afraid of. Humans, adults, are very good at imagining the worst case scenario and then buying into it emotionally. Because of course, it is not enough to imagine the situation. The more you can charge that imagination with emotions, the more powerful that thought will become at affecting your experience of reality. And so, the end goal, of course, is to imagine a reality that is the antidote to your deeply rooted negative belief about yourself and the world around you, and then being able to emotionally experience.
The antidote would be musically being successful 100%. I already did everything I had to do to be there. I'm just waiting on time.
That imagined reality. So being the person who tells themselves or believes that people don't like them because they are an awkward person, the goal for that person would be to imagine the reality where they are well liked and are seen as a charismatic person, and then be able to emotionally experience that imagination in their mind, in their head, of course. What would that feel like? What would that feel like? And that is the emotional frequency that you need to align with in order for your experience of reality to shift, for you to start shifting frequencies. So, an exercise you can do, you can sit down and write this out. You need to articulate this clearly. You need to become very good at acknowledging what's bothering you.
That's my problem.
Your perfect reality is one where nothing is bothering you. That is what it means to truly be at peace. And that's the energetic state you need to be in to materialize an amazing positive reality. And so you need to become very good at identifying what's bothering you. And once you identify it, what's bothering you, you'll realize that more than likely it's some story that you're telling yourself about yourself. It's usually not even the world around you. There's something that you're telling yourself about yourself that's bothering you. And then ask yourself, if I could wave a wand and my situation be different in a way where this story I'm telling myself, that I've convinced myself, that I believe about myself, if I could wave a wand and be in a different reality altogether, where the opposite of this is true, what would that reality look like? What would that feel like?
The picture is already clear in my head. I'm past this part. We already done with this, 100%.
And when you just start doing this, you'll be able to maybe feel it for a brief moment. I have found that breathing deeply while trying to imagine this alternate reality, where that story you tell yourself about yourself isn't true, I found that breathing deeply for whatever reason, and maybe it'll work for you, maybe it won't, I'm able to feel the imagined reality more deeply. It's like you breathe.
A nigga like this, what more do he want in life? This is Young Don, the Thought God. A nigga like this, what more do he want in life? I just want to know.
Breathe deeply as you
Is he helping us, or is he trying to achieve higher things? Nigga already achieved a lot.
describe that reality to yourself. How would you feel? What position would you be in? What would your life look like? Breathe it in. Another thing that helps me to do it is bouncing on my trampoline. I have a personal trampoline. They're called rebounders. You can get them online on Amazon. If you're going to get one, I recommend you get one that's not super cheap. It's the kind of thing where the more you spend, the better the quality actually is, but you don't need to spend a ridiculous amount of money. Of course, if you're bigger, you're going to want a better quality one.
No one's jumping on
But I'm
trampoline
also,
over here.
215 pounds, 6'5", and I jump pretty aggressively. You don't need to do all of that. And you don't need to get a trampoline at all. It's just what I really like and what works for me, but you don't need to. Maybe you would be able to achieve the same thing going for a jog, maybe. Something about moving my body, it complements.
Skip that.
Or going on a run.
Skip that.
Maybe it's something you'll enjoy. It's one of the best things I've purchased in a very long time.
Tight.
But it's not essential. So that's what it all comes down to, guys. In order to manifest your reality, the reality that you desire, the one that you would prefer, a more positive reality, in order to shift frequencies, you're going to need to unblock those negative emotional hang-ups that are deep.
And that right there, guys, that nigga would have goated 100%.
Deep down. It might even hurt to articulate it, whether you're typing it out or writing it down. I really think it's important that you either type it out or write it down. Don't just say it. Of course, even being able to articulate it with your mouth is a good step, but look at it. Confess. Admit to yourself that you believe this terrible thing about yourself. This terrible thing that you believe other people think about you.
Negativity.
This terrible thing that you believe about the world around you, whatever it is.
I hate it.
Admit that that's what you
Hated
believe.
it. I
And that
hated
is the
it.
source of a lot of the negativity that you're experiencing in your reality. And then the goal, of course, is to construct an imagined reality that is the antidote, the opposite.
It's like I got the antidote and I got the virus together. It's like I got the antidote and I got the virus. And they're just clashing together. Who knows what that creates?
To what you have written down. And then ask yourself, what would that feel like if this were true? If this opposite scenario were true?
But if I get rid of that virus and just had an antidote, life, who knows what it would be.
What would I do? What would I feel like? How would I behave? How would I walk? How would I talk? And the more you can live in that feeling, the faster your reality and your frequency will start to shift. And that negative belief you have about yourself, those negative feelings you have about yourself, they will start to evaporate and disappear, because that's all it is. It's just a story that you're telling yourself.
It's like, what did I do? I can't never have nothing. Like, da 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 da. I just can't never have nothing. God, what did I do? That right there is what you got to get rid of. You got to just get rid of the victim mindset and just live in this. You got to just live in it. You got to accept the truth, take accountability, and that's what I'm going to do. That's what you need to do.
Nothing is set in stone in regards to your reality. The past doesn't exist, it's gone. All that exists is the present moment. And your future moments are determined by the energetic state you maintain in the present moment.
It's all cause and effect. You don't put gas in your car in the morning, you're going to have a shitty morning. You don't put gas in your car that night, you're going to have a shitty morning waking up trying to be on a rush. You don't wake up early for work, you're going to be in a rush to work. 100% cause and effect. Everything happens for a reason. You are the creator of your life. I don't know. I'm just saying bullshit right now.
And so, if you
are the creator of your reality, not life. I said that shit wrong.
Assume this more positively charged, energetic state by aligning emotionally with a reality that you actually want to be true, this is the point of using your imagination, well then, you are sowing seeds that you will harvest in the future.
You hear them kids running upstairs? W Don. Get my nigga Don a W.
Future, where your present experience reality will be exactly aligned with the emotions of your preferred imagined reality.
This nigga said emotions like a light-skinned nigga. Hold on. Go back.
Aligned with the emotions of your preferred imagined reality. Your imagination now determines your experienced reality in the future. The beautiful thing is, you'll start to feel better now. In fact, you have to. That's what will change. That's you.
I swear to God, I feel so better now. This is the truth. This is the truth, nigga. I feel so much better, bro. Like, just trying to shift something. I feel better, bro. 100%.
You shift in your energetic frequency. You need to feel better now. You have to.
It's like just looking forward to change that I'm doing. I'm changing because of me. I'm not asking for no help. If I can control it, it just brings happiness 100%.
Hope that helps.
W Dime, man. W video, man. W shit. 100%.